Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Shawon and welcome back to another day of Vlogtober. It's Monday, so we are going to have a Motivation Monday. We're going to dive in. I'm going to make some tea. As I shared with you last week, I have a new favorite tea, so I'm going to make that while we chat. I hope that no matter what time you're watching this or what day that it is, that you're having a wonderful day. You're having a great month as well. Today is actually Monday. I'm in the studio, and although it's a holiday, I came in just for a couple of hours to kind of get things organized. I needed to do some organizing in my office. That's a space that you rarely see on camera. For one, the light is not the best in there, and really it's just a small space for me to store things, and also it is where I do tend to work a lot when I need to use both of my monitors. So I am here and just like I said, getting things organized. I kind of feel like I've been in a whirlwind a bit, and it's really time for me to take a pause and have one of those solo business retreats. So I know that that will happen soon. If not, if it's even just me taking off a few days where I can just really just have that time to reset and focus. It's the end of the quarter. It's the last quarter of the year rather. And I am just really just pushing through, as so many other business owners are as well. And let's see, let me round this back into our Motivation Monday before I just start chatting away. But today's Motivation Monday, I was thinking about, lessons that I learned from last week, what kind of things, really got my attention. And one of them was, as you know, I had been preparing to speak. I had a presentation last week to give, and it was wonderful. I enjoyed it, enjoyed the people that I got to meet, and it was just a great event, right? And I also shared that vlog with you, and my kids, they do watch the channel. So I was with them yesterday, and they were going through the channel's videos, and my daughter, my youngest daughter, she got to the video about last Wednesday in the presentation, and she saw me giving a presentation, and she's like, "Oh my goodness, Mom, I thought that you were like speaking on this big stage." And she thought that because I had talked about it a lot, I talked about how excited I was about it. That morning when I was getting ready to leave, she actually saw like the airplay on the TV where I was going through my talk and my slides as if I were presenting it. So she had heard me talk about it. She saw the preparation, and she was surprised to see that it was a smaller event, right? She thought I was speaking on this big stage because of how much I had talked about it and the time that I put in to prepare for it. And I thought about that as it relates to our businesses. And sometimes I'll say as it relates to as you're growing and you're starting, or even if you're somewhere in the middle, or you're like myself, you're shifting your business and that you're going through that growth, right? So your audience may not be as big as you like it to be or that you want it to be. But I'm going to just share with you just from hearing her share that with me and what it brought out to me as it relates to being a business owner. And it doesn't matter the size of your audience, right? You always want to show up. You want to give your best. You want to show up, serve, add value. I talk about that a lot because I really believe that. And I wanted to say, just going back to, it doesn't matter the size of your audience. You always want to show up. You want to give your best, even if there's only one person in the room, right? You want to show up and speak to that one person. You have something to share. You have something to give, and it really matters. And you're here to make a difference, right? And I just wanted to, share that with you. I'm not sure, where you are in your journey, or, if you're wanting to grow your, social media platforms, your Instagram account, Facebook, growing here on YouTube. Sometimes we can look at the size of our audience, and that can be a deterrent in terms of us, wanting to show up. It's like, oh, why am I putting in all of this effort if only one person shows up? And at the end of the day, you never know the difference that you can make in someone's life by putting in that preparation and showing up and serving. And I'll say, it was great to meet everyone in the room. I think there may have been 20 or a little under 20 people in the room, but I made an attempt to, at the beginning, to, know names, to really listen, to hear, about their businesses. And that's something that I've done when I did have an opportunity earlier this year to speak on a bigger stage and to present to more people. I still wanted to connect, before the event with at least a few people in the audience, or that I knew that I was going to be speaking to, because as a speaker, not only do I want to, give eye contact and engage and to really, connect with my audience, I also want to, maybe there's opportunity, which there typically has been when I've given a talk, especially when it's live and in person, to call out names of the people that I've met right before, the presentation or the talk begins. And I think that goes a long way. It's like, whoa, you remembered my name? Like, absolutely. You mean a lot to me. I'm not just here to show up and give this, speech, but I really want to share something that is of value, something that will really help your business to grow and to succeed. And, whether I'm talking about branding or whether I'm doing something, well, it all goes back to growing your business. But no matter what the talk is that I'm giving, I always want to think about what I have to share is meaningful and it's there to help someone. Even if you could be in a room with 500 people and what you have to say is meant for one person or 5 people, right? And it doesn't matter. You just want to show up, give your best, put in 110% effort, put in that preparation time. And I promise you, like I said, even if it's just for one person in the room, that goes a long way. And also too, we want to be, doing well, doing great in those small opportunities that we're given. I can even remember being a wedding photographer and another wedding photographer passing on some great advice, when you are starting out, sometimes, you maybe not even starting out, but every wedding is going to be different, right? So it doesn't matter. It didn't matter if my client's wedding was under a tent or if it was at the park. I still showed up. I still gave and put in the same effort, because at the end of the day, the pictures, the photos were the thing that mattered, after that wedding day was over, to leave my clients with those memories. So for me, it didn't matter if a client was having this huge wedding with 200 guests, or like I said, if it were in a backyard and there were 10 people there, I still showed up the same way. And I would encourage you to do the same. So as you are growing, if you're starting out, even somewhere in the middle, shifting as I am and growing an audience again, to make sure that you show up, that you serve, and know that what you have to share is meaningful. Even if you have a small audience, be prepared, make that impact, even if it is in the life of one single person. All right, friends, I think my tea is about ready. I hope that you enjoyed that Motivation Monday. I hope that it inspires you in some way. Leave me a comment below and let me know if you've had those moments where you felt, I'm small, or I'm showing up and I know only 10 people are going to be there. Or how about, I talked about those Facebook Lives that I started out doing a few years ago, and no one would show up, and I still showed up the exact same way, still prepared the exact same way. So let me know if you've had those moments, and let me know what you do to get through those moments. And if you have that mindset of, no matter what, if there's one person in the room, I'm going to prepare, I'm going to show up, I'm going to give 110% effort, because I know that what I have to share is meaningful, even if it is only for one person. All right, friends, I hope that you have a wonderful day. I am going to enjoy my tea, maybe do a few more housekeeping things around here, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.